No, I'm not sick. It's freaking cold in here. So this time, I'm making a video concerning the difference between selfishness and self-love. And the reason why I felt inclined to do this video is because I'm just gonna put this here. This is that is a picture of Selma Blair. Selma Blair, if you remember, she played what's her name? She was in Hellboy, and she was the chick that had the fire. I want to say Lindsay, but I know that's not true. Anyway, Liz. She was Liz. See, I was close. She played Liz in Hellboy, the one that started fires, and she's been in a couple other ones, like a couple movies in the 90s, like that one with Reese Witherspoon, and I don't remember it, but it was good as shit, and she did a really good job. But she's been gone out of the limelight for a while because she got diagnosed with MS. MS ain't no joke, man. MS makes shit happen to you. And I saw that picture, man, and I tweeted her too. I'm like, man, fabulous. If that ain't fabulous, she looked gorgeous. And if you look, she was moved to tears because everybody was feeling her. Everybody was showing her love, and that's exactly what she deserves. It takes a lot to be able to go out in front of in the public, and not only that, but look stunning. You know how long it takes for us to just get ready for the day? No, bitch, she got ready for her life, ma'am. She got ready, and she did that. I'm so proud of her. I'm so happy. Let's just take a moment. Take a moment for a second. Before we get into the video, let's just take a moment. That's for you, Selma. Alright, so the reason why it made me feel that way of selfishness versus self-love is that there was hate on her. Hate on her, I guess the exposure and everything like that, and everybody's like, oh my god, she's so wonderful, she's such a warrior, she's so courageous. And true, that shit does get on my nerves too, because we are brave for coming out, but don't, like, you know, just sit on it. Talk about, you know, how, you know, why she's brave for coming out there. She's brave because it takes so much, you know, time and effort, and then even after that you don't know if you got it right, you know, but she got it right. So as I'm sitting here freezing in my room, I don't know why it's so cold in here, because I had the door was open just for like a little while, but it shouldn't still be that cold. But anyway, so since the trailer's over and I got time now, thank God, I'm going to talk about selfishness versus self-love. So because it upset me so much that people were hating on her and hating on the fact that she was getting all this love and appreciation. At least just show her some fucking love. Show her some freaking love, man. That's all that we need. And a cure ain't gonna happen any sooner because you mad. It ain't gonna happen any sooner because you mad. If anything, it's gonna slow down because you slowing down progress with your hating ass. Anyway, so selfishness versus self-love. So on one side you have, you know, whenever you're talking about loving yourself and really just taking care of number one, there has to be a focus on that difference. That it is a fine line that you can cross that goes into selfishness. And in my opinion, that line is really like intention and the amount of self-love. Because I can't say you can love yourself enough, but when your love for yourself takes over logic, and it takes over reality, and it takes over the expression of love and compassion and consideration for others. So let's say, for instance, you want to go out to the movies. If you want to go out to the movies because you haven't gone to the movies in a while and there's a movie that you want to go to that you wanted to see really bad, it's an act of self-love to go by yourself to the movies, whether you go with somebody or not. And it turns to selfishness if you ignore, let's say you have your friend was asking you to do something for them, but instead of you going and doing what they asked you to do, you went to the movies. That's selfishness because you're thinking of yourself instead of that priority that you were supposed to make for that friend. And true, depending on the priority, it might not even be that much of a priority, if you get what I'm saying. So, but if you gave your word, or if it's an important thing and y'all both know that it's an important thing and you choose instead to do something that isn't that important, you know, movies come on Netflix, you can rent the movie later from Redbox, you know, you could have waited. But if there isn't anything pressing and there isn't anything else that should deserve more of your attention, go ahead and do it. But being selfish is when you don't really think about others. Now, it's a slippery slope though, because like people like me, I'm a mother, and you think doing for others all the time is good. No, unfortunately, there is also a fine line between trying not to be selfish and moving into martyrdom. When you go into martyrdom, that's the complete binary opposite of self-love, because you're not really thinking of yourself at all. You're thinking of yourself as a commodity to be used for others. And true, you should be of use to others. You should be able to carry on a torch for others and teach and be there for people and be loyal and things like that and show compassion. But you have to, again, see yourself as still there, because if you're not there, what's going to happen, you know, when you actually need to be there for somebody else? You know what I mean? So you don't want to go into the selfishness area of the spectrum, and you don't want to go into martyrdom. It's like basically like the two extreme ends of the spectrum. You want to be right there in the center, which is self-love, which is taking care of yourself and being able to show that expression of love to others. And that's where I guess there's a difference. So when you talk about doing for yourself and taking a break and all that kind of stuff, that's self-love. But if you're just refusing to work, you're refusing to do anything else for anybody else, and you're just focused on what you want to do, or you're just too focused on everybody else to do what you need to do for yourself, that's not good. So make sure that you understand that balance between, you know, thinking of yourself too much and thinking of others too much. So just that right sweet balance. And you'll know for sure because you have that intuition. Or if you feel yourself, because your body will also tell you when you've done too much, you'll start to get tired. You'll start to get irritable towards people if you do too much. If you do too little for people, you'll start to see them as a commodity for you. And if you do too much, you'll start to feel like a commodity for others. And it's a very slippery slope, and you don't want to go that far. But other than that, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. If you guys have any questions, suggestions for videos, or anything like that, feel free to comment below. Send me a message on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I'm on there as RNS Author. If you want to be notified of all my videos and everything like that, make sure to subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. But until next time, get to work! Bye!